Hi everyone, it's Rohan this side, and in this video, I'm going to explore this whole website called as iasc.cosmosearch.org. We'll be going through all these various pages that is given to us in this website. And yes, by the end of this video, you will also have an idea about how you can participate in different asteroid search campaigns through this website. So yes, let's get started. Currently, we are exploring its homepage, and over here, we are having a quick introduction about IASC. It stands for International Astronomical Search Collaboration, which is a citizen science program that provides high quality astronomical data to citizen scientists around the world. So ISC over here being the citizen science program and we being its participants. So we are referred to that citizen scientists over here. And ISC mainly focuses on their asteroid search campaigns. And for these campaigns, we are given access to the high quality astronomical data. But from where are we getting this astronomical data? So if I scroll down, they've mentioned PenSTARRS over here. So PenSTARRS is a large project in which there were a total of 4 telescopes to be built. And so far, we are just able to build only 2 telescopes, PenSTARRS 1 and PenSTARRS 2. And what is the great thing about PenSTARRS? Well, these telescopes are equipped with the largest cameras ever built by humans on the Earth. And this record was very recently broken by another camera. Okay, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. But if I first focus on the PenSTARRS telescopes, so it is currently having the one of the largest cameras ever built by humans on the Earth, which is having like 1.4 gigapixels per image for PenSTARRS 1, and for PenSTARRS 2 it is having 1.5 gigapixels per image. And if I compare this with the largest camera to exist now, and this record, as I mentioned, was broken only in the previous year, it is having 34 gigapixels per image. So you can see the difference. But yeah, from 2008 till very recently, PenSTARRS was having that largest camera built on top of that telescope, from which we are getting this high quality astronomical data. Now, the citizen scientists are able to make original astronomical discoveries and participate in the hands-on astronomy projects. And this whole service is provided at absolutely no cost. So if anyone is charging you for this kind of things, just tell them I've gone through the ISC website, I've gone through the Rohan's video about the ISC, and we know that you are trying to fool us because this whole service is provided absolutely at no cost, including their Astrometrica software. Okay. So just keep this thing in mind. Now, if you are very new to this kind of campaigns, if you've never registered for this, so in that case, over here, you can click on the register link and I'll talk about that once I'm talking about the campaigns. For now, let's skip this part and move on to the second part where they've mentioned about ISC participants around the world. You can read their stories over here. If I just scroll, this is the kind of certificate that you're going to get. NASA is also their official partners along with the Pine Stars. So this is how your certificate is going to look like upon the completion. And yeah, you can just scroll through this and just read about different stories about the participants across the globe. And over here, we are having the announcements of what are the current campaigns going on and about their Astrometrica software. So yeah, I'm going to talk about them in the different pages. So right now we can surely skip about these things. Now, over here, they mentioned about original faint detections made by IASC citizen scientists. So, as I had mentioned, that these guys provide us the asteroid search campaigns. So, in these campaigns, here are the original faint detections made by the citizen scientists in this project. So, there are two different types of faint detections. Again, these things are discussed in the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, over here, I'm going to talk about that. Okay, guys. And here are the upcoming details of the ISC campaigns, and I'm also part of this. And yeah, this is about the homepage that we need to know about the ISC website. And now we can move on the second page, that is the campaigns. So if I click on this, we will get to see all the campaigns registered for this month's asteroid search campaign. And for all of these campaigns, we are having a lot of different teams registering from them. And if I talk about myself, I am part of this Saptarishi India as a citizen science group asteroid search campaign. And if I want to show you my team, if I click on this, it's called as Cosmic Cruisers. Okay, so if I just scroll down over here, you can see Cosmic Cruisers. But now if I want to show my team details, it won't be visible. Okay, it needs a specific login, and without that login, I cannot access anything. Okay, so that's a good thing about IASC that you can only see the details if you're having the credentials for the same. But let's say if you are someone who is not registered in any of these campaigns, so what you can do in that case? You click on the home, okay? And upon clicking on the home, you're just going to scroll down and until you're going to get the registration form over here, right? They have mentioned that campaigns usually fill up 30 days prior to their starting date. So this is starting from February 21, which is today. So you can see that all of these campaigns are pretty much full. Just make sure you are coming to this home page and just look into which is the upcoming date. For now, all of them are full, but yeah, once you'll be coming in the future, this might be empty. In that case, you can just click on the registration page. Over here, you will be having quite some rules that you need to know before you start the registration process. The first one is that you need to have access to the Windows computer. And then the other one is that you should have at least two members in your team. Okay. So you're not having any kind of software through which you can work on this campaign through the Mac OS. So unfortunately, for the people who are having Mac OS, you cannot work on this project. Please make sure you are having access to the Windows computer. And obviously, you will need an active internet connection to work on this project. If you are satisfied with this kind of criteria, please make sure and click on this register for a campaign button. Over here, you're going to get a form. Fill up this form with the good details about you and your teammates and submit to this particular email ID. And after that, you're going to get an email, whatever email ID you have submitted, you're going to get the official emails from the IASC about all the kind of upcoming processes, including your email ID, password, and everything. Okay. So once that process is done, you can successfully log in. In my case, right now, I'll just go ahead and click on login button and show it to you how is it going to look like. Okay. So it is Cosmic Cruisers and I'm going to give my pin to autofill the things and I'm going to click on login. So I'm going to click on the campaigns. I'm going to scroll down to the Saptarishi India. This is my campaign. Okay. For you, it could be a different campaign. Just make sure to read the whole email properly and then you're going to have your team details and everything. So I am part of Cosmic Cruisers team. And over here, this is my team page. Okay, so that is about how you can register yourself. And then once you're having the email ID and password, whatever you have registered, and you are only going to get the email ID and password on the team leader's email ID, the main person who has registered you guys. So I hope that the confusion about registering for this kind of campaigns are pretty much sorted. Now, after this, we are having a page called as Astrometrica. Okay, so in the Astrometrica, you are going to given a setup of this software. And as I mentioned, this is only going to work for the Windows computer. So make sure you are having access to the Windows computer. All right. And over here, recently there are a lot of problems going on since the last 2 to 3 different campaigns. And that is why they've given a latest release. So everyone who is watching this video, please make sure that you first uninstall the current version of the Astrometrica and then download the new version of the Astrometrica setup so that you don't have to do a manual setup by yourself. In this update, everything is included. I'll talk more about this in the next video where I talk about how you can go ahead and download this Astrometrica software. Right now, I'm not going to download this. Okay. And then to get started with this, you're also having a quick start guide. So you can follow through my all the upcoming videos in this playlist, and I'm going to go through how you can practice this kind of things. And you're also having the practice image sets. So yes, I'm going to deal with all these kind of things in the upcoming videos in this playlist. So just stay tuned about that. But yes, that is about the Astrometrica page. And now let's talk about the Hall of Fame. There are two different types of detections. First, let's talk about faint detections. And now to understand this properly, you first need to know the main aim of the Asteroid Search Campaign. So you are given the data from the Pan-STARRS telescope, you load it with respect to the Astrometrica software. And then if there are some kind of objects which are appearing to move and not detected by the survey's telescope's automated process, then in that case you are responsible to mark that unknown moving object. And that is called as faint detections. Okay. And the same thing is mentioned over here. You can go ahead and read it. And these detections are very, very important as they represent the asteroids that would not otherwise have been detected. So yeah, you are having this chance which you cannot miss in all this kind of asteroid search campaigns. Participate and do this kind of projects with your complete dedication and contribute to the astronomical society. Okay. So there are two different types of faint detections. One is called as preliminary detection and the other one is called as provisional detection. So basically to understand the whole process of this detection, let me break it up in a step-by-step process. Okay. So whenever we are going to mark some unknown moving objects in our Astrometrica software, we need to submit it somewhere. So this somewhere is nothing but we are going to submit it to the Minor Planet Center. So what is this Minor Planet Center? For that, I have already opened this website. If you just Google about the Minor Planet Center, you can get this website. And over here, you can see that MPC is responsible for designation of minor bodies in our solar system. So what are these minor bodies? Minor planets basically refers to the asteroids, comets, and also the natural satellites, okay, which are the moons of different planets in our solar system. So you can go ahead and read more about this over here. But the main thing you want to understand over here is that once you are going to submit your data of the unknown moving objects to the Minor Planet Center, it's going to go ahead and perform three different steps. The first step is they're going to just make sure that whatever you have submitted is even making some sense. Okay. If it is making some sense and if it's appearing to move, then it's going to be called as preliminary detection. It is not something which is 100% discovered as an asteroid, but just the first step is that whatever you have submitted does make sense as an unknown moving object. So yeah, that's the first step, and that is called as preliminary detection. The second step is upon its confirmation as the preliminary detection, they're going to spend some more time observing that object. And if they are able to locate its initial orbit, okay, in that case, this is now called as provisional detection. Okay. Now let's say if they are not able to identify their initial orbit, or for whatever other reasons as well, they can reject your submission of the preliminary detection as well. Initially, they said that okay, yeah, this is a preliminary data, but now they're not able to confirm that yeah, it is having some kind of initial orbit, or for a number of other different reasons as well. If they're not thinking that this is making sense, then you're going to get a rejection over here. But yeah, once you're having that initial orbit and all the other kind of reasons are satisfied, you're going to have it's converted to provisional detection. Okay, again, the provisional detection is not 100% an unknown moving object that you have identified, or you've not yet 100% discovered it according to the MPC. But now this is just going to tell you that yeah, initial orbit has been confirmed, but is it really an unknown moving object? For that, they need additional 3 to 5 years of time where they're going to continuously monitor the object that you've submitted, and then based on that data, they're going to give you a confirmation. And if it is confirmed, then it is called as number discovery. Okay. Or else it will just be a faint detection, either a preliminary or the provisional. So if I can show it to you, till now from all the astronomical search campaigns or the asteroid search campaigns, uh, around 17,321 are the preliminary, out of which 159 got a provisional status. And out of this 159, let me tell you how many are the current number discoveries, which means 100% confirmation about an unknown moving object to be an either asteroid, comet, or whatever it is, which is not located in their own database. So over here, if you can see that, click on any of the number asteroid discovery, it is going to be linked with the Jet Proportional Laboratory. Okay. And again, it's with respect to NASA only. And it's going to give you an orbit which is showing you the current location of that discovered object. So let's say, for example, if I'm clicking on this, then maybe if I'm clicking on this, and let's say we're also clicking on this. We have clicked on three different objects which are given as the number discovery. And if I click on the orbit viewer for all of this, okay. Over here, you can see that this is called as main belt asteroid. Over here, this is also a main belt asteroid. And this is also a main belt asteroid. Basically, these are the asteroids in between Mars and Jupiter, okay, located in something called as asteroid belt. So over here, if I zoom out a bit, you can see that over here there is a sun, over here there is Mars, and if I just zoom out, yeah, over here there is a Jupiter as well, right? So in between your Mars and Jupiter, this is the complete orbit and 100% a discovery which telescopes automated process was not able to discover, but you, because of you, it has been discovered over here. And this is the live status of that current object over here according to this orbit viewer. And if I just relate with the other discoveries that I've opened over here, you can see that for all the cases, the orbit is not exactly the same, right? Because for different objects, we have different particular orbits. So you can see that the shape of the orbit is different. The current location is also different. And this is the third one that I'd open. Over here, you can see that it's over here, right? Now, one thing you need to just be aware about that once you're going to detect something, the credits might not be completely given to you. Okay, it depends on the circumstances of the complete discovery that we have found. Okay, based on that, either the credits might be given to you or your team, or completely given to someone else who has worked more on that data. Okay, I'll not talk more about this because I myself is not 100% sure about how the naming goes about this or the credits about this, but I hope that the overall idea is clear to you, that you are just giving your contribution over here. And if your contribution is much more as compared to any other processes, then you might be having chance to even give the name that you want according to the norms of the IAU, that is the International Astronomical Union. Okay. So with this being said, we have discussed about the homepage, campaigns, Astrometrica software, Hall of Fame, and in the above we can talk about, like, you can get to know about the collaborators apart from what we already know about, like, Pine Stars, NASA, and all of this kind of things we've gone through. But if you want a complete list and what are the different kind of teams associated or different campaigns associated over here, you can go through this whole page. But yes, guys, in this video, I hope that has given you a complete idea about this website. And now in the next video, I'll talk about how you can go ahead and download the newest version of the Astrometrica software and uninstall any of the previous versions if at all you are having it. Okay, so I'll see you over there.